What's going on, guys? Shane here. In this video, we're going to be going over shin conditioning drills. So if you watched my previous video, you saw that I kicked a baseball bat in half, bare shin. Check this video out. Okay, so a quick disclaimer, don't try this at home, please. Shin conditioning takes a long time. It takes years. I don't want you doing anything stupid. Don't be banging anything hard against your shins. Don't be rubbing glass bottles or metal poles against your shins, because that's not going to help. These drills that I'm teaching you, it's for martial artists, it's for MMA fighters, it's for Muay Thai fighters to develop strong shins, okay? Not for kicking through baseball bats. All right, first drill is kicking a heavy bag each leg 200 times, and I want you doing this about 2-3 times a week. The bag doesn't necessarily have to be hard, okay? It's not about kicking something hard. You have to develop your shins. You have to gradually build it up. Okay, so if you have a softer heavy bag, that's good. It's a good place to start. 200 kicks, hard kicks, each leg, sequential. 1, 2, 3, up to 200. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be sweating, that's good. You're going to feel that sting in your leg. Kicking a heavy bag is going to deaden the nerves in your shins. You know, the nerves that send signals up to your brain that make you go, ow, this hurts. Doing it 200 times a day is going to kill those nerves. So after you do it for a couple months, when you kick it, they're not going to send those signals up to your brain. It's not going to hurt as much. It's also going to develop the bone, okay, the bone itself. Talking about developing the bone, we need to create small microfractures in the bone itself and then rebuild it. So we're going to move on to our next drill. This is another good drill that's going to help condition the bone. Jump squats and box jumps. How many of you guys remember Kevin Ware? Was a basketball player. He took a jump shot. As he came down, landed on the ground, his tibia and his fibia snapped, popping out of the skin. It was pretty gruesome. Bone broke right out of the skin. It was exposed right on the court. And a lot of people wondered why this happened. There's a bunch of different reasons why it happened. But I want you doing exercises that are going to build the tibia, the fibia, the shin bones, okay? If you're doing jump squats, if you're doing box jumps, don't worry, your shin bone isn't going to snap like Kevin Ware's. His broke for a reason. We'll talk about that later on. All what you're doing is getting, you know, whether you got a box or you're doing it upstairs or something like that, but we want that up and down pressure. These exercises are going to help rebuild, strengthen the bone, because the way a bone rebuilds and gets stronger is the same way skin rebuilds after a cut. You know, it grows a scar, and the scar is usually a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger than the skin around it for a reason, because your body doesn't want that to open up again. And the same way muscle regrows after you're lifting. You break down on the muscle and it regrows bigger. Same thing happens with bone. When you create these small microfractures, the bone is gonna rebuild and get even stronger, okay? It's gonna fortify it. The third drill, the third shin conditioning drill, is sparring with shin pads. I want you wearing shin pads. You're still going to condition the shins. If you're sparring and you're going 75, you know, up to 100% sparring with someone, and you're checking kicks, you're blocking kicks, shin on shin, even with shin guards on, you're going to be conditioning the bone, I promise. But right before my pro fight, where I didn't wear shin guards, I probably only sparred without shin guards like 2-3 times tops. I was still wearing shin guards. I just sort of wanted to get used to the weight, the feeling of it. And even then, we went pretty light when it went, you know, shin on shin. Like I said, hitting the heavy bag is going to help get rid of that pain factor, all right, kill the nerves. But we need to strengthen the bone too. It's not all about just not feeling the pain, because then if you throw a big kick and your shin breaks, there's no benefit to that, whether it hurts or not, right? Your bone is broken. So those are 3 drills that are going to build up leg strength. There's no secret, you know, some people talk about like wet towels and smacking your shins. There's no secret way of doing it. If you're going to be throwing kicks, throw kicks against something soft, build it up gradually. You're not going to do it overnight. Talking about Anderson Silva, Kevin Ware, why they had those really bad leg snaps, it's a number of things. Most of it is just a freak accident. You know, the amount of pressure at a certain angle, it just snapped the shin, snapped the bone. But there's other things that are involved, other factors. It could have been, and it's most likely, it was overtraining and not enough rest and recovery, okay? The basketball player was probably playing a lot of games throughout the season. He's probably practicing a lot, doing a lot of jump shots, a lot of stress, creating those microfractures, and he didn't have time to rebuild and regrow stronger. So it was just continuing to break down, and then just that freak accident, as he comes down, boom, it snaps. And I'm sure Anderson Silva was training up until probably 3 days before the fight. He was still kicking the heavy bag, kicking, you know, Thai pads, and it was breaking down. He never had a chance to recover. And then when he kicked Weidman's knee at that angle, at that amount of pressure, again, those microfractures just, boom, just gave out. It just got bigger and snapped the bone. And the other reason, too, is nutrition. You got to make sure that when you're breaking down your bone and you're breaking down the muscles around it, that you're rebuilding and doing it correctly. So videos coming out Thursday. This Thursday, we're going to talk about nutrition so that you can build strong bones, strong muscles. We want you building body armor. If you're a fighter, you got to have armor, natural armor over your body, and we'll teach you how to do that. Also, real quick reminder, tonight we are doing a virtual Muay Thai sparring on My Fight Gym, the other channel. So if you're not a member already, sign up for the 2-week trial. This is a perfect class for you guys to try it. If you're not already a member, sign up. It's free 2 weeks. Check out the class tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We all get together. It's really fun. A lot of other people join in. We throw punches and kicks at the camera, and you have to block and move and counter accordingly. Great drill to increase reaction time, to increase your technique. Like I said, it's like sparring without the pain. So check it out. The link is below in the description. We'll see you guys tonight. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Shane. Fight Tips.